Harley guys, just want to have a quick chat today, take a couple of minutes up. Just want to have a talk to you about camping etiquette. Alrighty, first one for me is camping too close. That's one of my pet hates. If you rock up to a paid site, caravan park, or you're out there free camping, everyone's out there to do the same thing, and that's enjoy their space and their time. So if you rock up to a campsite, there's no reason, if you're in your caravan, to put your awning touching your neighbour's awning, crossing your guide ropes to their guide ropes. Give everyone a little bit of space. There's a reason why they're there first. They've probably picked that spot to get out of the weather for a good view. Could be medical reasons, they've got to be close to amenities. They want a nice peace and quiet, that's why they're right up the back. So don't roll on in there and just park nice and close and have your two awnings touching. So just remember guys, respect everyone's little zone, their little bubble, and just try and camp away from people. Obviously there's going to be places where you can't, where it's that packed. There is a lot of opportunities out there, especially when you're free camping, to camp somewhere else. That's my number one. Alright, number two, for me, I think generators. Now this is a touchy subject, old generators. Not everyone has big setups with their solar, you know, and all their batteries. People have different needs and people have different wants. So just be mindful as well. Usually caravan parks and places like that, some don't even allow you to take generators. Some places there's rules, and that's turn generators off 9, 10 o'clock. So be mindful of your neighbours when you have your generator thumping all night. You know, if you're just charging your phone, when you can do that during the day. On the other hand, if you're on the receiving end of a generator running all night, just remember, you don't know why, okay? They might not just be charging their phone. There might be a medical reason why those guys need a generator. So that they could need their generator to keep them cool for their aircon. They could need that generator running for their sleep apnea machine. So just remember guys, just chill out a bit and relax. When you're out there and the generator's thumping away, just be mindful there might be a very good reason why that generator is running. But the courtesy rule, try and turn it off at night time if there's no need for it. Alrighty, number three for me is walking through other people's campsites. So these are unwritten rules as well. You just don't do it. If someone's got a campsite set up, usually there's roads or footpaths that take you around each campsite, especially in caravan parks. So don't go walking through other people's campsites. There's no point walking through there unless it's an emergency. I feel there's no need for it. The thing is too, with walking through other people's campsites, especially at night time, you can trip over their guide ropes. You might be waking people up. They might get a bit sus if you're, you know, walking around their campsite. If you do happen to walk through someone's campsite, stop, apologise, say sorry bloke, no worries. You'll probably end up having a chat and a beer. But just stay out of people's campsites. There's no need to walk through them. Alrighty, number four is just leave no trace. Apart from your footprints, like they say, if you go camping, there's a fire that's already been set up, try and put your fire there in the same spot. You find a lot of people out in the bush, if you're free camping or even at parks, they leave their rubbish. They're so close to doing the right thing. The amount of people that put rubbish into a bag and they leave the bag there, which it's no good. There's no point throwing bottles into a fire, you know, and all your cans. If you burn your rubbish, that's fair enough, but the stuff that doesn't burn, there's no point leaving it there. The problem is these days a lot of people are going to start closing down. I know there's a couple of state forests now, they've gated it up. They've got gates on their entry and exits. They're closing it up with the people leaving rubbish. So you want to leave minimal footprint sort of when you're out there. Alrighty, just another one guys, it would have to be I think is your kids and your pets. So try and keep control of them. Your best friend, your dog, might not be their best friend either, you know. So it is good, these parks, these places that allow you to take your pets. just remember, don't let those dogs and whatever just go sort of wandering around through other people's campsites if you can control it. Same with your kids. You don't want them to be running around, running amok, running through everyone's campsites. So teach the kids as well that little bit of that camping etiquette, which does go a long way. Same with the older people. You know, they've done the hard yards, saved up their money, done their time, brought up their kids. They want to sort of relax. But also the kids are going to be excited. So just remember, if you're on the receiving end of the kids running around, they're just enjoying themselves as well. So you sort of got to have that bit of patience with the kids. They're trying to enjoy their camp as well. But on the other hand, you just want to teach your kids not to run through, you know, people's campsites, things like that. This camping etiquette is your late night noise. Especially if you roll up to camp late, you set up, you're excited, you're making a bit of noise setting up. Sometimes that happens, but straight up you're getting your neighbours upset, aren't you? So just remember, if you do roll up to camp late, try and keep your noise down to a minimum. I know everyone's excited being the first night. You get on the cans, bit of music, but just think of your neighbours, guys, with that one. Keep it the minimum noise just down to your campsite. So your music, not everyone's gonna like your taste of music. And just remember, guys, they're elderly as well. They usually retire late at night. So they also try and get up early in the morning. So just be respectful of your neighbours with your music. Usually find if your music's up loud, you're talking loud. You can't hear your music goes up, you talk louder. So just try and keep your music, your voices, your partying just down to your campsite. Right, another one for me, number 7, would have to be just be friendly to everyone. If you see somebody and they're struggling to set up or back in their caravan, or if they need a hand, they're missing a lighter, you know, or they're missing a can opener, be friendly and don't take it to heart if you're going to try and help somebody set up camp, because you know there's always a routine and there's a one way that you like to do it, or your wife will back in the van or she'll drive and you'll back it in. So don't get angry if somebody knocks back your help, but just be friendly around camp, because remember, everyone's out there camping for the same reason as you. They just want to get out, relax and have a good time out there. So be friendly, say g'day, have a chat, and the amount of people you'll meet and the friendships you'll make out there, you'll be very surprised. And remember, just enjoy your time. Alrighty, number 8 for me for camping etiquette would have to be the rules. So there are rules when you go out, obviously camping, free camping, not as many rules. But like rules if you're in a caravan park is your speed. You know, make sure you do the speed limit. There's a reason. There's probably lots of kids around. National parks, if you're out there feeding the wildlife. Fire bans. You know, some parks where you go camping, they don't want you to cut down any wood. They ask you to take any wood on the ground you can cut up and you can use. But just remember, you know, respect the rules. Alright, so this sort of leads on to number 9 for me, is keeping everything clean, your amenities. If you've got toilets, your long drop toilets, keep the lid closed, keep some of that smell away and the flies out. You know, your camp kitchens that they supply for your caravan parks, keep them clean. The showers, the toilets, you keep them clean. And it saves these guys putting on extra cleaners to do your job, picking up your rubbish or cleaning everything, which then also keeps the price of some of these caravan parks down. So that's another one for me, is just keep your area clean and the amenities clean. All right, number 10 for me, can be a bit of a drama out there, is your lights. So your lights shining into other people's camp spots, so just be mindful of them set up. You can get timers for them. If there's no need for you to have a light on, don't have it on. It's literally just a light pollution. People want to get out there and camp to be underneath the stars. They don't want all your lights shining, blinding everyone else, going into their sort of camper vans, into their tents, stuff like that. Remember tents as well, you know, they're quite thin, the old tents, nylon tents. The light just travels straight through them. So just be mindful of where your light is pointing, and do you really need it on? All right, that's pretty much my top 10. Chuck in the comments below a couple of other things that really sort of get on your nerves and get you angry, and just a couple of rules that you think's a good rule to try and teach other people. And remember, a lot of these things might come across as common sense, but there's a lot of people out there, it's their first time camping and they're traveling. So remember that before you go off your head and start losing your crap, that people, they might not know these. That's why I thought I'd do a video of just my top 10. There's other ones like, you know, cleaning out your cassettes, you know, of your caravan. Use the dump points properly. You know, once you've tipped out your waste, don't go to a normal tap. Jam it up under there, your cassette, turn the tap on, because you'll probably find the next caravan rock up, he's going to hook up to that tap. We've seen it before. We've actually put a plastic bag around that tap, gone and spoke to management, they've come down and cleaned it. So no one you know, wants to, you know, be drinking and smelling your waste. But there is a lot, but chuck in the comments and tell us some of your pet hates and some camping etiquette. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure everyone has a good weekend. Stay safe and travel safe and enjoy the Australian outdoors. Cheers.